The door is always open for suggestions and ideas, and all of us are devoted to help and assist the Palestinian cause and to help the weak and the oppressed anywhere on earth by all possible legal means, making dua, financial assistance, physically if it is possible. There are tens of thousands of doctors who are ready to march there right now and to start operating and help people rebuild the entire Gaza Strip by the grace of Allah. But we need first to put huge political pressure on every government in the West to agree to a ceasefire, an immediate ceasefire, and a complete withdrawal of the occupying forces to be in compliance with the United Nations resolutions. Okay? They are occupying the Palestinian lands. This is as simple as that. And they are insisting on completing their plan of genocide. There is no other explanation of what is happening right now but this. It's a clear genocide. 57 Muslim countries, they should kick out every Israeli ambassador or representative of the occupation forces immediately. 57 Muslim countries, if they cut ties with the occupation forces and this regime and those who supply them with weapons, things will turn around in less than 12 hours, not 24 hours. Okay? And this is what we're talking about right now. Every imam will be asked by Allah the Almighty about his responsibility, not about maintaining the seat, not about making certain that they have fat bank accounts in Switzerland and offshore and here and there. So what is happening in Palestine concerns every Muslim, and number one concerns every Muslim ruler. We're talking about 57 Muslim countries. If there is an ambassador or a diplomat or an embassy representing the aggressors or the occupation forces in any of these 57 Muslim countries, they are responsible before Allah the Almighty, and they are assisting the criminals, and they are not fulfilling their duties towards Allah nor towards their people. And the second category is every one of us now. A lot of people when they're sitting and watching the news say, you know what, if I was the president and I've done this and this and that. And he cannot even manage his own home. His son doesn't pray, his daughter is not wearing hijab, his other son is in drugs, his wife is... So if he cannot manage his small kingdom, doesn't have full sovereignty over his house, so could you imagine that you can manage the affairs of a city or a town, or let alone an ummah, a country? So take care of your responsibility first and manage them properly. And the catch in the hadith is how the Prophet ﷺ said, even the servant, like I'm a driver, I'm a chauffeur, driving a private car of my employer. Whenever he's sitting, when I step on the brake slowly so that he will not get disturbed, so that he would not fire me. When I drop his kids to school, I drop them very peacefully. I don't cross any lights. I don't run any stop sign. MashaAllah. But whenever I'm by myself in the car, I abuse the car. This person is not a trustworthy guardian. And Allah is the one who will ask him about his guardianship. I have copy machines and printing whatever machines in my office. I use all of that to do my kids' homework and their assignments. Is it permissible? Of course not. But it's cheap. Even if it is pennies, it is not yours. Why do you use it? You're abusing it. Something doesn't belong to you, and you are an ameen, in charge of looking after it, in charge to protect it, to use it properly in whatever is useful for the work that you're doing, the work that you're getting paid for. Anything aside from that is lacking of amana, is betrayal. And as the Prophet ﷺ said, the best of your rulers are those whom you love and they love you, whom you pray for and they pray for you. Likewise, when you have an employee whom you trust and you say, may Allah bless him, you give him even extra. He loves you, you love him, you take care of each other. That's a wonderful relationship. And on the other flip, and the worst of your rulers, the Prophet ﷺ said, are those whom they hate you and you hate them. You distrust them and they distrust you. And you curse them and they curse you. I mean, there is no connection. Unfortunately, this is the case with most of the rulers on earth, because they haven't been chosen by their people. They were imposed on them, or they came on top of a tank. So that, people, and they are not really working for the interest and the benefit of the people. So that's why, how often you hear an ordinary person in his prayer say, oh Allah, bless so and so, my employer, my mayor, my governor, my sheriff, because he fulfilled his duty towards us. He has taken care of us as people. He is ruling us. If this is the case, then the Prophet ﷺ said, such person is the best of the rulers, the best of the ru'ah, the best of those who are in charge. Who determines whether Allah will love you or not, whether you will be applauded by Allah, rewarded or not? The relationship between you and people. And it doesn't go only in one direction. It's mutual. You're good to them, they will be good to you. It's natural. You're evil to them and you're oppressing them, they will hate you. They cannot oppress you, but they will supplicate against you. And the Prophet ﷺ said to Mu'adh ibn Jabal, وَاتَّقِ دَعْوَةَ الْمَظْلُومِ فَإِنَّهُ لَيْسَ بَيْنَهَا وَبَيْنَ اللَّهِ حِجَابٌ. Protect yourself and beware of the supplication of the oppressed and the one who's been wronged. If you ever oppress anyone or wrong anyone and they supplicate, the supplication would reach above the clouds and would go to the Almighty Allah directly. No barriers, no doors will be closed. And Allah will vow to answer the supplication. That means you're destroyed, you're ruined. That's it, that is the end of you. That's why he said, اتقِ دعوة المظلوم.